It's your boy, Justin, your magical spiritual Negro chick. Anyway, I want to ask you a question. Let's say you see a whole bunch of suffering around the world. And we do see a bunch of suffering around the world. We see a bunch of suffering within our nation. We see a bunch of suffering within our neighbors. We see a bunch of suffering in our families. We see a bunch of suffering almost, actually, really anywhere, everywhere. We see all this suffering, right? And here's what I think we have a tendency to do. Believer, non-believer, doesn't matter. Hey, because I'm weak and I'm not special, and I don't have the education or the skills or the this or the that and everything, I'm going to get someone else who has those skills and credentials to do the things that I want them to do and to care about the things and the people that I want them to care about. And I'm going to give them money and power in order for that to happen. So that the things that I care about and that the suffering that I see that I want to alleviate is then alleviated through this person or persons or organization or whatever. Now, tell me why that makes sense. If this is something that's on your heart, how come you can't do something about it? Now, I'm not sitting there saying to go out there and do something radical and crazy, or I'm not saying that. I'm just saying just something. Because all those organizations, all that stuff that happened out there is just one thing. Accumulation. Accumulation of time and energy and money. That's all that it is. All success is just an accumulation of time, energy, and money. Just like your DVD collection that you can't sell because they're all worth like $1 now. But you spend a lot of money, energy, and time with all those DVDs that you have that you can't get rid of because all the streaming services now, But, you didn't realize it. It started out with just one. Probably one cheap one that was on clearance. It's like, I remember this movie, man. Got the $5 bin at Walmart, I remember this movie, man. I can't wait to watch it again. And then you got another one and another one because you got into the mindset of enjoying yourself with maybe these older movies, and then you started to get the newer ones because you were excited about those. And then you kind of figured out, you know what, I'm been pretty good at getting these DVDs. I know when to get them on sale. I know where to get them at. I know I got these coupons. I got this. I got that. It's just an accumulation of time, energy, and money. But you could do the same thing towards the things you actually care about. Towards the people that you care about. But once again, you won't argue with that voice that's saying to you that you're nothing special. Nothing special. No one's anything special. Everyone's pretty darn dope. Really. But it's about cashing in the check. So everyone's a millionaire, but you got to cash in the check. I'm not saying that in light of American economics and things like that. I'm saying that there is an assignment. There's an assignment for everyone. There's an assignment for everyone. And it's just about acting upon that assignment. Saying yes to that assignment. That's it. And sometimes in that assignment that you're doing, when the other person's not able to give you anything, there's something in that interaction with someone where they're not able to give, that to somehow end up giving you more than what you could have ever paid for monetarily. Kind of like sometimes working with kids, like they can aggravate you beyond your threshold. And then they'll just do one little sweet thing, or they'll look at you a certain way, or they'll smile at you a certain way, and you're kind of like, worth it. It's that you won't start, that's why you don't see the picture. You're not out there enough to actually see where the journey is about to take you. You want to see the whole journey where you're standing right now. You want to see the whole world from your porch, which is your comfort zone. But, sorry, you're not going to see the whole world that way. You're not. Well, I got Google Earth, and you got to rotate that thing. Like, you're not going to see the whole world, all the paths in one shot. You're not. You know? So, are you going to confront that reasonable voice? I had another video where I talked about your reasonable voice telling you that you should go ahead and get rid of all the risks, all of this, you're going to fail at it anyway, you know. Again, that voice doesn't sound evil and demonic and all that stuff. It sounds very, very pleasant and reasonable. But isn't it reasonable to think, too, that all you need to do is just invest a little bit of time, energy, and money into what it is that you're doing, connect around some people, you know, and figure it out? You don't have to do anything special to... If you're bothered by maybe kids who don't have video games to play, you know, I'm not saying that's something that... I'm in front of a game store right now, so I'm just thinking about that right now. But let's say that you're bothered by that. And you know a kid that doesn't have any games to play. What's wrong with buying that kid a game? What's wrong with that? What's wrong? Let's say the kid doesn't even have a console and you don't have a whole lot of money. What's wrong with just figuring it out? Maybe going to a pawn shop, getting a Wii, probably like $50 now, or a 360, $50 now. You want to spend that $50 on some bullcrap anyway. Oh, that's right. You want those people in government and those special people to get them to care about the things that you care about so that you don't have to sacrifice anything. Gotcha. So maybe all that screaming and crying for this political person or that political person to solve all the world's problems, maybe that's just your cowardice and your stinginess and your unwillingness to sacrifice that's actually echoing back at you. I know it does for me sometimes. Oftentimes. I'm not saying I have it all figured out, but I know what it is. So I'm not going to pee on my leg and tell myself it's raining. That's all I ask people to do. Just don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Don't pee on your own leg and tell yourself it's raining. Don't do that. It's weird. It's weird. You know? So, I would ask you to audit yourself. Audit yourself and see where your money, time, and energy is actually going right now. Look at your bank statements. Look at the amount of hours you're spending in front of Netflix instead of actually concentrating on the thing that you say that you care about. You know? How much energy are you using and outputting to forget about those things that bother you in terms of watching more YouTube, in terms of watching more this, watching more that, distracting yourself, distraction, all that energy, you know, and time and money to forget about the thing that you know is absolutely bothering you and killing you inside because you won't do something about it, and you're mad because those people that are supposed to care about the thing that I actually care about are not caring about the way that I want to care about it. Well, of course they're not. They're not you. That's not their assignment. They're never going to care about the thing that you care about the way that you care about it, which is why it's on you to do something about it. And maybe you need to unplug from the news to actually know what you actually do care about. There's plenty of reasons to get mad about stuff. But, there's something specific that you really, really, really care about, and you can't get to know what that actually is if you're constantly in the news cycle with other things making you mad. They're there to make money, not to inform you. If that was true, then they would go back to the non-profit model that they had when TV first started. But now you have endorsements, you have special interest groups, you have, what do you call them, philanthropists investing into these multi-million and billion-dollar industries to sell you a story that's going to get you into your emotions so that you watch it. That's what stories are supposed to do. They're supposed to elicit some kind of emotion in you. They're supposed to do that. You're not getting news. You're getting a story based on true events. That's what you're getting. Because when you begin to just kind of follow up after their facts and after their citations and things like that, you quickly discover that, hey, this is all bullcrap. That's what I was taught to do in college. I don't know why he changed all of a sudden. I was taught to do that during the Bush administration. I just never stopped doing it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and bounce, but think about the absurdity of trying to manipulate and get someone to care about things that only you are going to be caring about. Not only you, but there's going to be a handful of people that might care about those things too. Maybe you should spend your time instead of getting it to one man to give him, one man or woman to get them more power so they can spend all that power on things that they care about and then frustrates you more. Maybe you should go ahead and invest that time, energy, and money into the thing that you care about and begin to invest into the people that you care about. Maybe you have enough just to start. Maybe you have enough just to start. That's it. Alright, love you guys. See you on the remix. Bye-bye.